Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do some dress socks. So I'm using these jigs. It doesn't matter what jigs you use as long as you use a jig to do your socks. So I put my sock on the jig and I get my little thing and I measure. These are a small, so they're about 8.5 long with my bleed. 5 inches with my bleed, without my bleed, 4 under 4. So if I'm not going to do a background and I'm just going to put different elements, then I would make it under 4 inches to make sure I don't have to roll the sides. You only have to roll the sides if you're going to do a full bleed and it comes over to the side. So all my designs are for Creative Fabrica. I'll leave the link in the description. Also my affiliate link for Silky Socks. It doesn't cost you anything to click the link. So thank you for your support. So, you should lint roll your socks if you get the little blue fibers and all that. I don't lint roll my socks. So, let me put this right here. Let me check my pressure. And we're going to go with medium pressure. But since I'm standing to the side, let's see. Yeah. And so my heat press is a heat press signature series from Heat Press Nation. I'm going to do it at 375 for 35 seconds. So let's get started. So make sure you put them on evenly. And drop it. I'm going to just drop my design. Now if my sock is too high up in my design, because I measured, then I just scoot it down a little bit. Make sure it's covered on the sides. Feel. You can use tape if you want to, or spray, whatever you're comfortable with. I just like putting it down. Make sure it's there. Go ahead. 45 seconds. Let's do it. Let me cut the other one. Because I did 2 different designs. So these are printed on 8x14 paper with a little extra. So this is perfect for small press. So I put the paper 14 this way, 8.5 this way. And I can put 2 designs on if you're doing smalls. If not, you will probably have to turn it the other way and get one on a sheet or switch to a larger paper. Let's see. Gorgeous. So with these, because it does have a background, you are going to have to roll the sides. To eliminate that white line. So if you still get a white line, you might not roll that much. So just enough where you can kind of see it. It's a light design. But basically it's right here. Alright. And then you're going to flip them, switch them. So wherever it was, move it over. And you're going to do the same thing. All right, and then if you can't lay it back in the same spot, go ahead and there to get craft paper. The design's so light I can't even see it. So here's the other one. And then the other ones that I printed are going to be one full sheet. So I just did it this way to show you guys different ways that you can print depending on your heat press and your print. All right, there we go. This one. All right. And you don't have any problems with the heel or anything like that. Make sure your heat press is back to what it needs to be before you press again. Because those couple of degrees can make a difference, especially if you're doing a dark design. So you definitely want to make sure your heat press is back to what it needs to be before you print again. So I'm going to do, I have two designs that are separated, and then the rest are the full sheets. Gorgeous. Now I designed this, so basically the background is one element. The little baking pandas, another element. The blend, the mixer, the little icing thing. Those are all different elements. And then you put it together to make a design. Super cute. It came together very nicely. And let me see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on this design. So it's right there where your seam is. On darker designs, you'll see it sometimes a little bit more than others. And the other good thing about purchasing from Silky Socks is all the items come in their own bag. And I put my little sticker on it, and then I fold it, and you put your business card or thank you or whatever, and then you can seal it up. So that's super cool. And it even has the size on it. And it has a little hole, like if you're going to hang it, like if you do craft shows and all that, that's a good thing too. All right, so let's go change our paper. So, line them up. There we go. So the same thing with this one. It's a golfing one. I got the little different golf stuff. And just put it together. I think some of them might be shorter than what I wanted. Because you can't do borderless when you do 8 by 14. So I really need them at 8.5. This one has a gray background. All right, so I'm gonna just fill the sides. Make sure it is covered everywhere. And that my socks line up and all that. All right, let's do it. Make sure your heat press is what it needs to be before you press again. And then we'll get the next sock ready. So I get my jig, and then I just put the sock on. Make sure it's straight. Make sure the heel and everything. And then there you go. Real easy. You don't want to pull it or do anything crazy. You don't need to stretch it. That's what the jig's for. All right. So I'm gonna just roll the sides, and you can probably see this one better than you guys could see the other one. I'll show you. So here you go. So you can kind of see the design is over here. So just enough. Then you're gonna flip them, switch them, line it back up, and put the other transfer on it. Feel for it. Make sure it's all covered. Because some people get the, you know, right at the top or on the bottom because they didn't feel. And then go ahead and drop it down. So those are the two ways that I print, depending on what design I'm doing or how I want to do it and stuff. So all of them, this one, these three that I pieced together and got different elements and put them together, those are all on Creative Fabrica. The other ones are basically seamless patterns that I got on there. So I'll drop the link just in case you guys want to put them on something. You can pretty much, I mean, you can pretty much put them on anything. Some of them I duplicated because I didn't want to stretch it. So I made them small and then duplicated it. All right. Let me show you these ones. Little golf ones. You can kind of still see the ball in there. That's why I put like the background. And then there's your seam. All right. So let's go on to the other ones. They'll be a little easier to do. Because these, hopefully they're easier to do, but I pretty much did all those same measurements. But these are just seamless patterns right here. So make sure you line it up. Undo that. Sorry about that. All right. So make sure it's all there, tucked in, and then oops, make sure your heat press is ready to go. And this is how I keep it going. When one's pressing, I just press, get my next jig ready. And you definitely got to have more than one jig. Depending if you're using the cardstock jigs and all that, you can reuse them several times depending on how many pairs you make. So look at that color. Beautiful. 35 seconds. And then we're just going to roll the sides. Line it back up, flip them, switch them. Get your next transfer. Make sure they're lined back up. go. Hopefully that paper didn't shift. So socks are very easy to do. It's always good to start off without a background, and then you grow to the certain backgrounds that you have to line up and all that. So like this one is just a white background, but it's filled in. So, you know, there's not too much space and stuff. So that's, you know, one way to do it. So here we go. So no white lines on the side or anything. You just let them cool down, then drop them in their bag. These are just seamless pattern backgrounds. Real easy to do. And real fast, because you really don't have to worry about lining it up or any of that. And then when I save my file, I save it by size and style of socks. So next time I don't have to measure. Just like now, if it's too short, that means I kind of put the sock up a little too high. And since this is a white background, we're not going to roll the sides. We're just going to go ahead and drop the next one. That's why doing a white background is so easy. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I would do my best in answering them. I'll post them in the group. Then you get a closer look. So just depending on how you want to print and how your design is going to be. So because I didn't roll the sides, you see, but it's not bad. All right. I'm going to change the paper. Line them back up. Get your transfer. Make sure it's lined up. Make sure your heat press is back to what it needs to be. And then go ahead and press your next one. These do get extremely hot. So you definitely have to be careful. Make sure the heel is straight in the back. And we're gonna Depending on how much you roll, it's going to show when you press on the sides. But you do got to roll enough to make sure you get it. It needs to come over a little bit. Then you can make sure your next transfer catches it. And then line your socks back up. Make sure you feel that it's all covered. You can also tape it if you want. Make sure your heat press is back to what it needs to be before you do the next. Let's see. So we'll probably do one more and then cut the video. I like to keep them short, not too long, because then if you miss the beginning, you can still watch. It's the same process throughout. So then you don't have to start from the beginning, because each sock I did the same, besides the one with without a background. Beautiful colors. So there's your side. Lined it up pretty well right there. All right. Let's go back to this one. I got the different elements and added them in. So just depending on which way you can print and which way you want to do it, it's really up to you. I mean, as you can see, depending on if I got to make sure it stays in a certain area, then I print it like this. If it's just like a seamless pattern, it doesn't matter, then I just do the full sheet. So hopefully you guys enjoy, like the video, stay around, see what I do next, and all that. So this will be the last pair. Make sure you look in the description. I'll put all the links for all the designs that I'll use for this set. Super cute. And you just make sure you roll the sides. There is white and light colors in this design. All right. Line it back up or switch your paper. So socks are easy. You can bundle them up with anything. And everybody needs socks. Everybody likes custom socks. So here we go. Very cute. Nice and vibrant. I rolled the sides. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. Totally appreciate the love and everything. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.